We're on page 51. We've done Shahadis and the funeral prayer. Now, look, it covers all 4 schools of thought. So if you're not Hanafi, do we have non-Hanafis here?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Okay. Now, the funeral part, it's very, very simple. It's got in for steps for all 4 of the schools of thought. Try to learn the du'as. I can't stress how important it is. Try to learn the du'as, because this is the last real du'a that you'll be making for the deceased while he's on earth. Okay? Make it count. Okay? I think that's a really important thing. The way to do it, okay, is always try to learn it in bits. It's got the transliteration for you, so try to learn it in bits. Okay? So have markers. Okay, so from here I'm going to do from this much, from up. Then the next day this much. That's the best way to do it. Everybody has their own way of doing it. Some of you in total you can do it just in one go. Whichever way you can do it. The fard, the thing that you have to do in the funeral prayer is just say Allahu Akbar 4 times. That's it. All the du'as are sunnah. Okay? All the du'as are sunnah. Does that make sense? So the important part of prayer is fard al-kifaya. So what in prayer must you do? Ibrahim, does that make sense? Yeah? So when you say the Imam says Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar once. Then follow each time just Allahu Akbar to repeat the Allahu Akbar after him. That's your fard. Assalamu alaikum. You've done your prayer. Yeah? So all the du'as that we read in between are the sunnah. Okay? But please, it's important that you should learn these du'as. Okay? So I think majority of us are Hanafis, because time is short. I promise you step by step. And if there is difficulties that you find afterwards for those non-Hanafis, you can contact me by email. Okay, I'll be more than happy to explain it to you. And if you still don't understand, I'll be more than happy to speak to you over the phone and take you through it, inshallah, if that's what it needs. Okay. So according to the Hanafis, okay, there are 2 essential things, say Allahu Akbar and the sequence of the takbir. After the first takbir, I said Allahu Akbar, then you say Subhanaka, Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabarak asmuka wa ta'ala jadduk. And then some people say, to add wa jalla thana'uk. Yeah? And it's not necessary if you don't want to say, but you can add it if you want. The dua is all written for you here. After that, the Imam, after reading Subhanaka, the Imam will then say Allahu Akbar. You don't raise your hands according to Ahmad. So the second one says Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. You know in Salat after Tashahhud, that one you read. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim, that one. Yep.
Make confirm. You don't raise your hand.
No.
Is there a school of thought that does?
Yes, those are 3.
Other 3.
Yeah. Then the third one, after you read Subhanaka, Allahu Akbar, and then you read the dua. So if it's a male, it's a dua, not particular dua, it's just the pronouns that change. Okay, so remember you're doing dua for that person, say, so Allah forgive her, or forgive him, you say Allah forgive her. Okay, so the his and her changes, the pronoun changes. And if it's a child, again it's a male child, okay, then there's a dua. And it's a female child, again the pronoun changes. So if you learn the dua, all it changes is a matter of changing the who into a ha. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so, and then the Imam would then say, according to the Hanafis now, Allahu Akbar, and then would remain silent. And about in 2 seconds time, we'll then say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and the prayer is over. Okay, so just to show you in practical terms, and I know there's always squabbles about intention. Okay, and the Imam must say the intention in Urdu, Bangla, and Arabic, and if he doesn't know the intention, his prayer isn't good. Well, I can tell you, I don't know the Arabic intention for Salatul Janazah. Is there a problem with that? There isn't. This is what I mean. Certain our communities, we certainly kick up a fuss for no reason, really baseless arguments, and just so funny. That's what you're supposed to be, the intention. So, so now you've got the funeral, the body would be in front of us. And in traditional Muslim countries, it's outside. I don't know if you've prayed funeral prayer outside in Pakistan or Bangladesh. It's always outside, not inside the mosque. Okay, that's traditionally how they did it, and there's no problem if it's inside the mosque. But even though in this country, I think they've got a special place where they just put either body outside or the prayer is held inside. Not a problem either way. Okay, it's no problem whatsoever. So, Allahu Akbar. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika wa tabarak ismuk wa ta'ala jadduk, and if you like, wa jalla thana'uk wa la ilaha ghayruk. Allahu Akbar. And read it. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahu Akbar. And that's when you read the dua. So let's just say it's a male deceased. Okay, Allahumma ighfir li hayyina wa mayyitina wa shahidina wa ghaibina wa saghirina wa kabirina wa dhakarina wa unsana. Allahumma man ahyaytahu minna fa ahyihi ala al-Islam wa man tawaffaytahu minna fa tawaffahu ala al-Iman bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahim. And it's just the last bit when you say Allahumma man ahyaytahu, it changes into a ha. Allahumma man ahyaytaha minna fa tawaffaha ala al-Iman wa man tawaffaytaha minna fa tawaffaha ala al-Iman. So it's just a hu and the ha, damir, the pronouns, and change it. And so explain. So after that dua is done, it says Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Prayers done. Does that make sense? Yeah. Allahu Akbar. Subhanaka. Allahu Akbar. Allahumma salli ala barakala. Allahu Akbar. Dua. Allahu Akbar. 2 seconds silence. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Different fiqh changes. The du'as change according to different fiqh. The Hanafis did it really easy. The other ones, Imam Shafi says there must be Fatiha. Okay, because la salata illa bi Fatihatil Kitab. No prayer is valid except with Fatihatil Kitab. So you must read Alhamdulillah. Okay, so there's different du'as. So familiarize yourself with the different du'as of different schools of thought. It both follows the Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi, and Hanbali school of thought in order of the imams in terms of their age.
With Janazah prayer, can you do just one salam? Just one salam. Can you do just one salam?
You know, you've got me there. Because I know the Malikis in their actual prayer, the Fard prayers, normal 5-day prayers, their salam is only to one side. So it's Assalamu alaikum. Okay, that's the prayer. Just Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, that's it. That's the prayer for me. So I don't know if the same they apply to the funeral prayer. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. But the other 3 imams say salam must be done on both sides.
So the people who are following the janazah, so like say women for example,
Yep.
Do we say, what do we say? What intention do we make? We follow the imam.
Yeah, so if you are, number one, you're not obliged to do it, but like you said, point out in the haram, for example, there, you just follow the same thing. So what they do is they make an announcement, and you probably miss it. It's a salatu ala al-mayyit, okay, which means the prayer upon a male deceased. And if it's been a salatu ala al-mayyitati, then it's a female. And I think that's what sometimes missed. So,
but do we say anything though?
You can make, yes, of course. If you read the prayer, these are the sunnah things to read.
Because I thought that all this time I've been reading whatever the imam says. I don't know what to do.
But it's all read in silence, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what you would read is the du'as as stipulated over here. First takbir, second takbir, third takbir. And so, does that make sense? It's all outlined over here. Okay, it goes with different schools of thought. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. The other schools of thought, they would say you raise your hand each time the imam says Allah. Is that okay? Are we okay with the funeral prayer one? So please, if you break it down, you can easily just get there.
Sorry, you know the two duas, the male and the female, it's exactly the same.
No, just one word.
It's the pronouns.
Okay, have you found it? Right. If you look at page 52, okay, middle of the page, it says step 3. Okay, can you see it? Then it says if the deceased is an adult male, recite the. If you look after the Arabic, it says if the deceased adult is female, recite the. Does that make sense? It's the same, it's just the pronouns who turns into ha. So there's no need to make a who ha. You can see that coming, couldn't you? Alright, this is that funny. Okay, Ibrahim, does that answer the question? Dr. Muhammad?
Is there a prayer for mass burial?
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that now. Okay. So, okay, are we all okay now with that?
Yes.
Let's fast forward, please. Okay. Late prayer. If you come to page 62, please. 62. Okay. What should the latecomer to funeral prayers do? A person who has missed any part of the funeral prayer is treated the same as a masbuk in other prayers. 62. Featured here. Okay. 62. Okay. Okay. In standard prayers. However, since the procedure of the funeral prayer is different to the standard prayers, the Jews have also different how the masbuk should join the prayer and how he should complete it. According to the Hanafis and Malikis, the masbuk should join the prayer and remain silent. Okay? The next takbir, the masbuk should utter the takbir intended for the first takbir. So, say you join in takbir number 3. Okay? Remain silent. You missed that. The next one, you would treat that as if it's the first takbir. So you read Subhanaka, Allahumma bihamdika. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And what you do is when the Imam finishes it, what would you do? You carry on praying. Say Subhanaka and then say Allahu Akbar by yourself. Okay? And read the Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Then the dua, Allahu Akbar dua. Then Allahu Akbar remain silent. And then salam alaikum. Does that make sense?
It's like a normal prayer, you make out what you missed.
Yeah, but you must follow that sequence.
Okay.
You must follow the sequence.